Hi, everybody. I'm Tracy
Okay.
Fernandez. I am a Tupperware 3-star elite director with our Legacy Party Sales Company and the proud director of Ikumama organization. And the Ikumama organization today is going to be sharing some recipes with you folks, which I'm very, very excited about. So today's theme is a Puerto Rican menu theme, and
Right.
I will be sharing Puerto Rican chicken stew, and Gail Rosado will be sharing potato salad, Puerto Rican potato salad, and Marcy
Okay.
Fiesta will be sharing pudding, a yummy, yummy Puerto Rican
Coconut rice pudding.
dessert
Wow.
that all of these three I'm so excited about. So let's start off with the Puerto Rican chicken stew, okay? So I will be posting the recipe on in Legacy Party Sales Facebook group, and I believe we can put it on. I believe we can put it on our public Facebook group too. So we'll figure that out. So in case some of you are, either way, we'll get it to you guys. In case you're not in our private company Legacy Party Sales Facebook group, we'll get it to you folks.
Okay.
Okay, but it's a
Okay.
very simple recipe, and it's so delicious. You guys are going to love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so all you need for it is chicken. And there's a long story behind it, but maybe I'll share it at a different time. It's best to use the whole chicken. It's actually best to use chicken that you are raising and caught and killed and cut, but we're not going to do that today. But I do have a whole chicken cut up. So you just need about 2 pounds, and I'm doubling the recipe because my chicken is just about 4 pounds. So doubling the recipe. Then what you need is some adobo seasoning. You can find this in the Spanish section of the grocery store and or Asian, Filipino. You need this seasoning and this Goya brand. This is the brand that the Puerto Ricans use. There's a lot of different products that Goya carries that we use for our recipes. So it's a really good brand. That's the one you want to look for, Goya. And then you're going to need olive oil and sofrito. And I make my own sofrito. I don't buy the bottled one. I bought it before and I'm like, why don't I just make my own? So what sofrito is it's garlic, onions, green peppers, bay leaf, and tomatoes. That's it. And that is the base of a lot of Puerto Rican dishes. So a lot of Puerto Ricans make a whole bunch of it and they either keep it in the refrigerator and or in the freezer. So that way when they're cooking throughout the week, they have the base for their recipes. And the little jar costs a lot of money. So with Tupperware's choppers like the Power Chef and the Chop and Prep and the Smooth Chopper, you can make your own sofrito and different sauces like that. So that's what we'll be doing today. Then you need 2 packets of Sazon seasoning with anato. So again, this is another product that is used, ingredient I should say, that is used in a lot of Puerto Rican dishes. So it's very common, and again, it's the Goya brand. So you can look for that same thing in the Spanish department of the store. And I usually buy mine at Tomorrow's, but they also have it at Foodland and Safeway, I believe. So you could pretty much get it anywhere. I know in downtown in Honolulu, there's a Spanish store that they sell a whole bunch of these things too. So you could always go there. Then you're gonna need some tomato sauce, chicken bouillon, which I've fallen in love with this. This is the only kind I use now. The better than bouillon. I really like this. It's super good. They have all different flavors, chicken, vegetable, beef, etc. So we're using the chicken one today. It's so delicious. And then what else do we need? Tomato sauce, Italian seasoning, which I'm making my own. I made my own. Water, potatoes, bay leaves, and pimento stuffed olives and or Spanish olives. So Costco sells the big Spanish olives, the queen ones. And oh my gosh, these are so good. I love them. So you need 24 of the pimento stuffed olives. Those are smaller ones. So I'm just going to use 12 of the big ones because that will be enough. And then you need cilantro, a lot of cilantro. Again, in Puerto Rican dishes, cilantro is always usually in the menu, in the list of ingredients. And basically that's all you need. So what you're going to do is you're going to have your chicken, and I'm going to make it in the stack cooker, but I'm going to cook half at a time because, like I said, I'm doubling the recipe. So I'm going to just put everything in my beautiful, I've been using Tupperware Chef Series cookware. This is the 8-quart pot. I've been using it since we were challenged as consultants in like 1999, 2000 to earn free Chef Series cookware. So that's how long I've been using Tupperware Chef Series cookware. It is the bomb.com. It's the best cookware. I heard Kirsten Jones say one time in a training at convention that once you use Tupperware Chef Series cookware, you never go back. And that is so true. And she said that, I thought, oh my God, that's so true. Because that's all I've ever used since I've started using it. So what is that? Like over 20 years. It's such good quality cookware. But anyways, I'm going to put all the ingredients in the pot, and then I'm going to cook half of it at a time in our Tupperware stack cooker. I'm going to use a 3-quart. So you will cook the Puerto Rican chicken stew in the stack cooker for just about 20 minutes. And you can cook it all day on the stovetop, but I've done it before at my parties over the years in the Tupperware stack cooker, and it's perfectly fine. And I'd rather cook it in the stack cooker than the pressure cooker. Just the ingredients that are in it, I like the way it comes out in the stack cooker, okay? Okay, so what you're gonna do is just put your chicken in, and then you're gonna add your adobo seasoning, and you're gonna add your olive oil, okay? So we're just gonna put, and again, you don't need to write any of this down because we will be sharing the recipes. So it's a teaspoon of adobo seasoning, but I'm gonna do 2, right? Because I'm doubling it. And I have a half teaspoon thing right here. So, and then some oil. And you could just mix that up a little. And if you're doing it on the stovetop, you could go ahead and brown that a little. But because we're going to do it in the Tupperware stack cooker, we don't need to do that. I've never done that at my parties, so you don't need to do that, okay? You just go ahead and mix that up a little. And all you're going to do is add your other ingredients, which will be your sofrito. And I'm going to make that right now so I can show you guys really quickly. And all it is for the double recipe is a half of a green bell pepper. I'm going to grab something. I had to grab water real quick and wipe my forehead. It's so hot.
Yep,
I have the
it's hot.
fan in here, but I didn't want it to be loud. So I turned it down, but it's been hot in Hawaii the last several days. It's getting hot. We're entering the hot season already. Anyways, okay. So I'm gonna make this sofrito really quickly. And that will be a half of a green pepper, bell pepper, and half of an onion, 4 cloves of garlic, and 2 bay leaves. And then 2 tomatoes. Well, it's, you know, I'm doubling the recipe, right? So I'm just gonna chop up these a little bit first before I put the tomato in, because the tomato is a lot softer than the bell pepper and the onion. Go ahead and use our bar chef for that. See how fast that was?
Okay.
And then I already quartered the tomatoes, so go ahead and put that in. And then you'll have your sofrito. So yummy. So I was reading about Puerto Rican food as I was preparing for this like the last week or so, just reading different things. And there was some comments on some of the recipes of people saying or asking if Puerto Rican food is spicy. It's not spicy. It's very flavorful, but it's not spicy. Not at all. So we're not putting anything hot in it. Okay, so there you have your sofrito. And you can make it a lot smaller. You can, a lot of times when I make different vegetable bases, when I'm cooking, I use my Vitamix and I make it into liquid. But this one, I like it like this, just like this, actually. Grab my spatula. I actually like it a little bit smaller. So let me just push those onions down and pull the handle just a couple more times. But some recipes that called for chopped vegetables, like I said, I put it in the Vitamix and I make it like liquid. Then everyone eating it doesn't know that there's vegetables in it. Because kids might not want it because they think there's vegetables in it. So, but this one is good like this, a little chunky. Okay, pull the handle a couple more times. And then we're gonna add that to the pot. And then our 2 packets of Adobo seasoning. And this is the orange seasoning, yeah? Reddish seasoning. It's actually the kundure bean. This is what we use for the kundure rice. Oh, and it's also great. I read years ago on the box of this, it says it's good for, does it say in here? I have the box in the pantry. But it's good for soups, sausage, casseroles. But you know what I use it for too, you guys? Meatloaf. Put this in your meatloaf or your hamburger patties, homemade hamburger patties. Oh my gosh, it's so delicious. Like the real, it's like the secret ingredient. Okay, because it's so flavorful. Not spicy, flavorful. Okay, so we got those 2 packets in there. And then we are going to need our bouillon and our water. So I'm gonna mix that. I put the water in here because this one is a little different than the one we have on special right now that just started. The one we have on special is called the 3-quart universal jar pitcher, which this one is similar to it, but the top is different. Oh my gosh, you guys, I love these. So anyways, I put the water in here and I'll just mix the mix up the bouillon with that. Okay, so that one we're gonna need 6 tablespoons, because the recipe calls for 3. So these jars are really good because they have like the quadruple seal. So what we were saying it's really good for is when you go like picnicking, camping, boating. Well, there's actually a flyer for it. Oh my gosh, I think I just lost count. Oh good, it's in balls because I'm using this awesome Tupperware measuring spoon. Thank goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Anyways, this has a really good seal in it, like a quadruple seal. So you could have all your important things when you are in the boat or at the beach, camping, picnicking, and things. Everyone put their keys in there, everyone put their cell phones in there, and it'll keep it dry and safe. And for any Tupperware, not just this one. Tupperware floats. So, heaven forbid if it happens, but it could happen, right? The boat could capsize. And if it does, then your important everything will be floating. And you won't lose it. So even modular mates, all Tupperware floats. So people that own a boat, it's good for them to have all their important papers and things in a modular mate. Okay, so that's our bouillon and chicken bouillon and water. So we're gonna add that. Okay. This is gonna be so yummy, you guys. And then it's supposed to be 1 cup, but because we're doubling it, we're gonna use a whole can of tomato sauce. And then the Italian seasoning. And then you're going to add 4 cups, 2 cups for the regular recipe, but 4 cups of potatoes.
He's done.
Gosh, I should have put my apron on. This is splashing on my nice clothes. Okay, so I put the potatoes in there, and then
You go buy something?
Yes, what do you want?
I want French fries.
bay leaves. So again, bay leaves are very popular ingredient in Puerto Rican cooking. So we used it in the sofrito, and we're going to use it in the recipe too. So yummy. Smells so good. I get mine in this Tupperware. It keeps it fresh like forever in this Tupperware container. I love it. Okay, we got that. And then we're going to put our pimentos. I love these so much that I would actually put 24 big ones. I don't know if everybody else would like it though. I don't know if they love it as much as me. Okay, so for the cilantro, I'm gonna show you folks our chop and prep. So we just quartered or cut the cilantro in thirds, but we kept the stems on. You wanna keep the stems on, okay? Anytime you're cooking, we just cut off like a tiny little bit of the brown part, and then the rest we kept. Because this has so much flavor in it and so much vitamins and minerals, especially the part closest to the brown part, because that was the part growing in the ground. That's the part you want to use and keep. So what's great is that the chop and prep will chop it up so fine that you're not going to be eating stems. That's what I love about our choppers, right? you want to chop it up a lot because, like I said, we don't want to use stems. So see, there's no stems there. You won't have to worry about having to chew stems. We don't want that, right? So we're actually going to need a whole cup. Like I said, Puerto Rican food is flavored by, oh, I better hurry up. Flavored, well, you guys already saw this. So I just have to add the cilantro and the Italian seasoning, which I'm going to mix up really quickly. So now Gail is going to make Puerto Rican potato salad. She's the expert at potato salad, right? The Spam potato salad. So now we're going to have Puerto Rican potato salad. And I forgot to tell her, I didn't have a chance to call her today. I've been busy all day. I was going to tell her, come over, that we can have stew and salad together. We can't tell Marcy to come over because she's on Maui. Shucks. We won't have our delicious pudding. But anyways, I'm going to spotlight Gail so she can do the salad. And then I will spotlight Marcy. And then, gosh, are we going to run out of time? No, we're not, because this is only going to cook for 20 minutes. So before we're done, I'll be able to reveal it to you guys, okay? And if you had smell vision and you could smell all these flavors, these Puerto Rican flavors, oh my God, it's so good. Okay, let me spotlight Gail, okay? Thanks, you guys. Okay, there we go.
Hi,
Hi,
I'm Gail. How are you guys? Okay, I'm making this particular potato salad for the first time in my life. She just asked me a couple of days ago, but anyway, I said, okay, sure. The recipe, however, which we'll be posting, it does not say the measurements of the spices. So I'm just gonna have to kind of play that a little bit by taste. But anyway, I already started the potatoes so that way I could have them cooling while I'm doing the rest of this. But it's going to use first let me do this. It calls for apple. And it says to put the apple in vinegar, not the regular vinegar, the other, but the apple cider vinegar, so it won't turn brown. So what I'm going to do, I don't know if any of you guys had this little gadget, but that's the gadget that takes the core out and disrupts it. But I'm going to cut the apple, okay, and then I'm going to put it in the apple cider vinegar. But in the meantime, I'll start with using our smaller chopper, and I'm going to chop the eggs. I have 3, so I'm going to start with 2. Just start with 2. You can see how just 3 pulls, how much it's already chopped. So I think I can put the 3rd one in here now. On my house phone, which it never rings hardly, but okay, so I have my eggs chopped, and that was maybe a total of 6 or so pulls. So I have that ready, and I'm just going to go ahead and put it on the side here. So I add it to my bowl. Then I'm going to use the Power Chef, the big one. I'm going to take off this protection cover. We always want to use this, always store it. Even after you use it, I put it back, and then I go and wash it. We don't want to get cut. So now I'm going to do my onion, which it calls for the purple or red onion. So I was able to get a purple onion from the store yesterday. Okay, you can see how that is. I can turn this down just a bit. See how that is already chopped? Maybe I want to go couple of more turns. And then, I guess it depends on how big you want the pieces in your salad. Personally, I normally don't put onion in my salad, so I don't think I want big pieces. So I'm going to go a few more times. That's better.
Oh,
So I'm going to go ahead and put this in my bowl. Got my spatula. And even though I have some in there, I'm going to put my pepper. And it said to use the red, orange, or yellow. So I have a red one. This on. Okay. Good. Okay, I just made it this small, if you can see. Again, this is my first time making this recipe, so here we go. And it says to mix all the ingredients while you're doing the potatoes. So I'm just going to add that. I'm going to finish cutting this apple and put it in the apple cider vinegar. I think I want to chop that. It might be too small. I don't think I've ever put apple in my potato salad, but here we go.
Yeah.
I've had apple in other salads. I used to put it in my tossed salad when I was still working, and I would have a salad for lunch. And maybe I brought an apple. I just put it together. An apple in the salad is good. But again, we're using it in a potato salad this time. Okay, so my potatoes, I believe, have finished. Okay. So I am using our Tupperware Smart Steamer to make the potatoes, and it's a total of about 12 minutes, I think. So I'm going to lift this away from me so we don't get burned, right? It's quite hot. See that? And this is my potatoes, which all I did was put a little pepper on them. So I'm just going to stir it up a little. Oh, it's perfect. So I'm going to take it over to the sink and pour out the water. You always put water in the bottom, right? I'll be letting this cool a few minutes, and then I'll finish mixing the other ingredients, which it calls for mustard, this kind of mustard. And again, it didn't say how much to put, so I'm going to be putting, I think I'll put maybe just a teaspoon. I'm not too much about mustard in my salad. And then it also calls for mayonnaise. So I'm going to put the mayonnaise to taste what I think it will use. And I'm going to stir this. This is all the ingredients except the potatoes and the apple. So I'm going to stir that, and then it also uses olives. So I have my olives already in a bowl. I'm going to mix that together. And it calls for garlic, which I'm going to use this one. In fact, I haven't even opened this yet. I forgot. It's brand new. So I think I'll go again with a teaspoon or half a teaspoon. Okay. And then I'm going to add some black pepper. And then it adds this red pepper, this crushed red pepper. So I'm going to add a little bit of that, not too much. Okay, and then okay, and then I would add my egg. Go ahead and put it in the bigger bowl now, though. Add my egg. And I'm using, oh, that's a bowl. Okay. Now I'm going to add all these ingredients. It's been pretty good. Okay, now I can go ahead and add my potatoes. Okay, so I'm adding the potatoes. Okay, I hope everybody has this multi-cooker. The Smart Steamer is what the original was. And oh my gosh, you can make so much with that. I made the eggs yesterday. Before Tracy talked to me about making this, I decided to make some boiled eggs. It was 10 minutes in the Smart Steamer. So I have my potatoes. I have all of the ingredients. It uses some paprika too. So I'm just going to sprinkle that on here. Okay, and then now I'm going to take the apple. I'm just going to drain off this here's the apple. Okay, put the apple in there. Oh, it looks pretty darn good. Wow. I have it in the, that's, I'm sorry, I have this is Vix and Mix bowl. I have it in here, which is bowl was too big, but I didn't want to make a whole bowl full because I might have to eat the whole thing myself if no one comes over. So this is our salad, and I think I'll just put some more paprika on the top. I'm ready to try this. Now I need some chicken stew to go with it. Okay, so this is our Puerto Rican salad. My first time making it. So that was pretty easy. And potatoes was about 12 minutes. So this is a potato salad you can make in less than half an hour. While you're making your potatoes, you can get everything prepped and ready to go and ready to add. Okay, so I guess that's it for me. Don't forget.
Thank you. That looks so delicious. Okay, now I'm going to be featuring Marcy. And Marcy is going to make yummy coconut rice pudding, which you can read about it. It's a very popular Puerto Rican dessert that is usually served for holidays.
Hi guys. Okay, so I'm gonna be making a coconut rice pudding. So basically what I'm going to be using is also the Smart multi-cooker. I'll be using this. So I have everything prepped ready. So what we're going to have that we will be needing, I basically had the rice soaked overnight. This one right here. So I had rice that's soaked overnight. I'm also using the coconut milk. And I have we'll be needing a cinnamon stick and gloves, 6 whole cloves right here. So I'm using my midgets to get everything all put all together, and also have the ground ginger. Smells good. And Tracy, you will be posting the recipe on this, right? And then I'll have a cinnamon here.
Yes, I'm gonna post all the recipes, you guys.
Okay, so I also have evaporated milk that I'm going to be using, and sugar, a cup of sugar. So I'm going to be combining everything into smart multi-cooker. Remember now, I have to soak the rice prior to using it today, overnight. So I'm going to put in here. And I'm going to be using the coconut milk. I kind of like this because it has the thickness. When every time I use this, it has the thickness of how the rice sticks together. So I'll just kind of combine it all in here. And then I'm going to have the 6 whole cloves inside. Gonna have the ginger powder. And I'm going to have this, the raisin. And of course, the sugar. Where's my sugar? Sugar. I'm going to be mixing all of this together once I put everything inside. But I do have extra raisin for later on garnishing on my rice pudding. So now I'm going to be using the evaporated. And the cinnamon. And again, I'm going to leave some cinnamon for my drizzles for my rice pudding for later on. And again, we will be posting the recipe later on. So I have that here. So I mixed everything, all the ingredients into our smart multi-cooker. I'm using our spatula. And again, I'm going to put this in the microwave about 25 minutes, depending on the microwave that you guys have. So I'm going to, Tracy, I'm gonna put it in, try to put it in 22 minutes, and I'll be right back. And that's the rice pudding, guys. Hey, Tracy.
Okay.
Hi,
Thank
I'll be
you,
right back.
Marcy. I think what we're gonna have to do, because we're supposed to keep this cooking class to an hour. I apologize.
Sorry,
I should have had you go before. I should have had you go before Gail. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I have something ready.
So
So it's a virtual, so it's a
okay.
Finished product.
we have a finished product. I totally forgot about it. But yeah, I have a
Okay,
finished
let
product. So here
me
it goes.
spotlight you again. Hold on, Marcy. Let me spotlight you again. Hold on. Wait. Sorry, hold on a sec.
Sure.
Okay,
Okay.
you're spotlighted again.
Okay, sorry about that. So we have a finished product. So this is how it looks. So I put this cinnamon stick, and I also garnish it with the raisin and also with the cinnamon. So this can be eaten cold or hot, but either or. And this is it, guys. This is the rice pudding.
That looks so good. Did you guys try it last night?
We just made it. I had to train the team. So I have one team here. Florence really like it.
It looks delicious. Can you take a picture of it too? Because I don't think Karen's on today. Karen Nikki usually takes pictures of us, but she made a comment that she had an appointment or she had to pick up the kids or something, so she wouldn't be on. So she won't be taking pictures of us. So if you could send me a picture of that. And my mom, Gail, if you can also send me a picture of the salad so we can post pictures with the recipes. So let's see. Oh my goodness, my stew is taking 9 more minutes, you guys. I put it in the stack cooker for 20 minutes, but yeah, I guess I'll just have to post a picture of afterwards. But you could just see from this pot, like the sauce and stuff of how delicious it looks. So it's a little different than patelle stew because you're not using the bananas and stuff, but it has a lot of the seasonings as patelle stew. And like I said, it's so flavorful. It's so delicious. You guys will love it. Once you make it, you're going to always want to make it. You know, I taught this at one of my parties one time, and there was a mom and daughter there, which was the mom is the sister of my hostess. And she said they're foodies. Like they go around the world. Oh, Tina said she could take pictures. Okay. So they go around the world and eat food, right? They're foodies. And both the mother and daughter said that my Puerto Rican chicken stew was so ono, like for real, they said. And it was so touching to me one day, you guys. Like last Marcy, do you see Tina's comment to turn your camera on because she's gonna take pictures? Anyway, last year I reached out to Puerto Rican chicken stew is so good. I reached out to her for something. She owns a like an antique type of shop. And I asked her something on Facebook, and you know what she told me? It touched my heart, you guys. She feeds the homeless. And she said, Tracy, that's so weird that you're asking me a question right now. She said, because me and my husband are cooking your Puerto Rican chicken stew like 100 people or something like that. And I was like, really? And she goes, yes, we just made it. It's cooking and we're going to go feed them. And oh, I thought that was like so touching that, you know, my grandpa's Puerto Rican stew recipe, I shared and I share. And then, yeah, they were feeding the homeless that. And I think you guys can Google it. And I believe there's a video. I know I watched it a long time ago, but I actually did this recipe for an event at Highway Inn, and it's called Tutu's Kitchen. So you guys can see me. I'm featuring this recipe. That was for a fundraiser for the culinary school here in Hawaii. But anyways, okay, so did you get the pictures, Tina? I think so. I don't know, but my soup, I mean, my stew still has 6 minutes to go. So there's my mom. There's Gail. I don't know if you want to show raw chicken. I mean, raw stew. I don't think that looks so appealing. Unless you just want to show a picture of me with some big Spanish olives and some Goya. I don't know.
You can take the picture later, Trace, and have them
Oh,
post
that would be kind of
maybe. I think this recipe may
Yeah,
very
I'm gonna
well
do that.
replace
I'm
my
gonna do
spam salad. I'm in love with it. I just ate a little bowl.
It looks good. I want some.
Oh, it
Okay,
sure
you guys.
tasted.
I thank all of you for. Is it good?
It's delicious.
The recipe sounds good.
I love the apple in it too. Mm, 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 mm. I think this will be my new salad.
I just lost connection. Is everybody still here or? Okay, so I want to thank all of you for hopping on with us and joining us today for this virtual cooking class. And I want to thank Marcy for making that yummy dessert, and thank Gail for making the potato salad. And I hope you folks enjoy these recipes for years to come with your families. And for those of you that are watching the replay, thank you for watching our video. Thank you for joining us. And we'll see you guys later. We do these like every week or every other week. And we just want to thank you guys, and everybody be blessed. God bless you guys. See you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, Marky.